Hello students, today we will be discussing a new chapter in civics, lesson number 6, rural administration. What is this rural administration? The administration executed at the village level is called rural administration. The Indian administrative setup is a three-tier setup flowing from upward to downward, that is, from central government to state government and from state government to local government. An understanding of the rural administration. Before understanding about the rural administration, we should learn about the general framework of the Indian administrative setup at the state and district level. The structure of the administrative setup at the state level. The three components of the state government are the minister, the secretary, and the executive heads of different departments. Now, what is secretariat? The minister and the secretary together form the secretariat. And directorate, the office of the executive head is directorate. A secretariat is concerned with policy making, while a directorate is concerned with policy execution. District administrative setup. The government at the center and the state level cannot implement its policies directly from the headquarters. Therefore, the state is divided into territorial divisions and districts. The actual work of the government is carried out at the district level. For administrative purpose, the district is divided into several smaller units as shown by the following flow diagram. District head is collector, subdivisions are under the subdivisional officer, Tehsildar looks after, and Pargana revenue inspector, and village matters are looked after by Patwari. The rural administration. The rural administration is the administration executive at the village level. The village administration is done under the policies and regulations handed over to the office of the district collector by state government in accordance with the rules of the government. Although the Gram Panchayat looks after the day-to-day administration of justice and settlement of disputes, the administration in village is also helped by several other agencies. So, what are the functions of the rural administration? The major function of the rural administration is to maintain all the land records and collect land revenue from the farmers. Land revenue has always been an important source of income of the state. The district collector is the head of land and revenue administration of the district. He is assisted by officers like Tehsildars, Naib Tehsildar, Kanungos, and Patwaris. Besides, he is also helped by several other agencies, out of which the following two are the most important. To maintain law and order in the rural areas, the government has established the police station. Every police station has a particular area that comes under its control. The people in an area can file their cases in the police station. SHO is the in charge of the police station. The duty of the police is to inquire, investigate, and take the appropriate action. Land dispute in rural areas. The rural area is the area of the villages, and farming is the main activity in the villages. Sometimes in villages, the land of a farmer is occupied by the other farmer. This leads to disputes between farmers. When the dispute becomes violent, farmers can go and complain to the police. Every police station has an area that comes under its control. Farmers' violent disputes would be looked into by the police of that area and they would try to solve the dispute. Instead of going to the police, there is a way to solve the land dispute peacefully, that is, the Tehsildar office, where land disputes could be heard. Let us discuss how the Tehsildar office works. Tehsildars are the head of the tehsil, that are the subdivisions of the districts. Tehsildars work under the district collector, who is the head of the district. Tehsildars are also known as revenue officers. They make sure that the farmers get a copy of their land records easily. For this, Tehsildars take the help of Patwari of the village. Patwari is a person whose work is to measure the land and keep the land records in the villages. Patwari is known by different names in different states that include Lekpal, Kanungo, Karamchari, or village officer. Patwari is responsible for a group of villages. He gives information to the government about the crops grown in the villages. Patwari is also responsible for collecting land revenue from the farmers. Land revenue is the amount of money paid as a tax based on the farmer's income. Patwari maintains and updates the land records of the villages. For measuring the agricultural fields, the Patwari has some methods. In some places, Patwari uses a long chain for measuring the fields. All these duties of the Patwari will be observed and controlled by the Tehsildars. When disputes occur regarding agriculture fields, the Patwari measures the land and checks the records. Then the Tehsildar solves the farmer disputes based on these land records maintained by the Patwari. Tehsildar's office is also responsible for issuing caste certificates to the students. Let us revise. When farmland disputes occur, farmers can go to the police station or the Tehsildar office that comes under their village. Tehsildars make sure that the farmers get a copy of their land records easily. Tehsildars observe the Patwari's work, who measures the land and updates the land records in the village. When disputes occur regarding agricultural fields, the Patwari measures the land and checks the records. Then the Tehsildar solves the farmer disputes based on these land records. The Hindu Succession Amendment Act 2005. It is the act which gives the right of indiscriminated succession to a daughter, mother, and wife of the deceased. The Hindu families traditionally had followed the rule of giving the shares of property to the sons after the death of the father. The daughters had no claim over the ancestral property. However, the Hindu Succession Amendment Act 2005, which came into force on 9 September 2005, has put all agricultural land at par with other property. It provides that the daughter of a property owner will be allotted the same share as is allotted to a son. This act also entitles the daughter, married or unmarried, to live in the paternal or family house or seek its partition. Thus, this law is a great step forward in establishing gender equality, especially in the rural areas where so far the daughters and their mothers spend their lives working on the farm but are not allowed any right over their fathers and husbands' property. So, that's all about this chapter. Thanks for watching.